all message settings. Well, Salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. It is me, Michael Cesare Santa. I am here with you to welcome you to my channel, Sheikh Afghan Jelebi, the misogynist Michael. Accordance with titles, yes, today we are roasting Khushboo Patani, and now the topic is gender chromosome, and the topic is Nettie Maria Stephens versus our uh, Honorable Security Advisor, National Security Advisor Ajit Doval. But here is the point that, uh, well, but here the point is that, dear Michaela, gender chromosome was the topic of the Navi Sinha. Now, why we are roasting Khushboo Patani? Because Khushboo Patani was Indian Army for ex-major who was retired from Indian Army, and now Khushboo Patani is probably working on gender chromosomes, and now Khushboo Patani started to believe that the Nettie Maria Stephens was a real scientist to research about the gender chromosome who was woman. It is the belief of Khushboo Patani. And now I would want to say you that how the belief of Khushboo Patani on Nettie Maria Stephens to be real scientist or about to research on gender chromosome is dangerous for national security for India. Here we can see the points. Okay, and here now it is her Khushboo Patani. Okay, now here Khushboo Patani, Indian formal major, Army formal major Khushboo Patani asserts his Dubai women medical teachers to believe that Nettie Maria Stephens is real scientist to research the gender chromosomes. And now, who is her target? Her target is Ajit Doval. Okay. Now let's see. Before now, it is just a demonstrative story. It is not a real story for that. It is just a demonstrative story. Okay. Now here you can see. Well, you before gender change, we could see the Ajit Dovals, but now here we can see. What about the after gender change? When we can change gender of Ajit Dovals, let's see what would happen. Okay, here is a female versions of Ajit Dovals, and here new name is Aisha Dilruba. Okay, and now let's see about the points. Before gender change, RNA, how Ajit Doval serve our Indian securities. Here I would say the points. Okay. Now here we can notify factors. Uh, well, well. Now here, here let's see. Khushboo Patani was angry on Ajit Doval because Ajit Doval did never change his gender. And let's see the results. Ajit Doval planning to eliminate Iranian terrorist Ali Khomeini. Here departure is Kanyakumari, India, and arrival is Tehran, Iran. Driving distance is significant moments, 6100 kilometers, and the driving time is 1 second. Okay. But now here we can see you would not need to trust me, and I would say about with the proof. Okay. Now let's have the points. Okay. And here we can see words proof for that moments. Well, uh, Kanyakumari. Okay, Kanyakumari. Kanyakumari. And here we can see, well, now here the proof is here. Here is Tamil Nadu, here departure is Tamil Nadu and arrival is Tehran, Iran. Kanyakumari, Tamil Nadu is in India and Tehran we know the capital city of Iran. Okay, now here the driving time is 1 second. Half of weight of RNAW car is 1000 kilograms. Okay, and here I have okay, here I have mistakes to write as kilometers. It would be written as a kilograms. Okay. Well, now here let's see at the moment. Now let's say the topics. The topic is that how we man loves a high speed of cars. Here I would mention. Well, in this demonstration story, here RNAW assignment is to eliminate Ali Khomeini, and Ali Khomeini is in Iran, Tehran, the capital city of Iran. Here, driving distance is 6100 kilometers. And now, when a man's contains RNAW card, I mean when a man is the RNAW agent, he loves the high speed cars. Here high speed can be 3000 km per second, 6000 km per second, or 9000 km per second. Oh, but and here when in the previous live stream, when we rose the another feminist women's in the topic of gender chromosomes, here we have mentioned that how American CIA agent, man agents love the higher speed cars, and in the same points, how I have discussed that in the previous live stream that how we man MI6 agent love the high speed cars, and this time the topic is our RNAW cars. Okay, now here we can see the when the I am an RNAW agent, a man agent, as demonstrates myself. when my enemy is in a city, the distance between me and the enemy city is 6,500 kilometers. And as a man RNAW agent, I would I would like to condense a RNAW car with the velocity of 6,500 km per second when I can travel 6,500 km per second in 6,500 kilometers in 1 second. And here the story is when Ajit Doval, a man RNAW agent, is planning to eliminate Iranian terrorist Ali Khamenei. Here departure is Kanyakumari, India, and the arrival is Tehran, Iran. And the driving distance is 6,100 kilometers. As the driving distance between Tehran, Iran, and Kanyakumari, the Tamil Nadu city of India. Okay. Now, when RNAW agent Ajit Doval contains uh, a car with the velocity of 6,100 km per second, that means when Ajit Doval can travel, when Ajit Doval wants to travel here as depart Kanyakumari, India, and when he Kanyakumari, India, and when he would arrive on Tehran, Iran. Here, when the departure on the Kanyakumari is only here, we can see January 12, 2026 at 6 o'clock, and arrival on Tehran, Iran would be January 12, 2026 at morning 6 o'clock, 1 second past. And here is the point that why we respect the man RNAW, why we Indians respect the man RNAW agents. Here because they love the cars to travel 61,000 kilometers per 1 second. But in the case, I would discuss that why the gender chromosome research by Nettie Maria Stephens is dangerous for Ajit Doval. Okay, and here that is the significant points. Here we can see the mentions moments as the topics. Okay, now what would happen? Here we can see. Well, the points is the significant points is that now, well, here, okay, and now here in the demonstrator stories, here I can see the Khushboo Patani happy on Ajit Doval because Ajit Doval became Aisha Dilruba. Okay. Now, in real life, Ajit Doval did not change his gender, but as a demonstrator stories, here we can see uh, in the demonstrator story, the topic is the gender chromosomes. Okay. Now, let's see the results that Aisha Dilruba planning to eliminate the Iranian terrorist Ali Khamenei. Here, departure is Kanyakumari, India, and the arrival is Tehran, Iran. Okay, now we have mentioned the driving distance of 6,100 kilometers, and the driving time is 61 hours. That means here 219,600 seconds. Okay, now here half of weight of RNAW car is almost 1000 kilometers. Okay, now here we can see, let's check the points. And here we can see uh, when somehow Ajit Doval gender can be changed and converted to him to Aisha Dilruba. And here is the significant negative points for national security of India. Now here we can see, now in the previously, well, Israeli Mossad mentions that when Iranian terrorists are successful on nuclear project, well, it can be dangerous not only Israel but also Russia, China, and England and uh, Portugal. And in this demonstration stories, well, if Ali Khamenei's nuclear project can be successful, the Iran can be dangerous for India. But now, in that moment, in the accordance with the demonstration story, Aisha Ajit Doval became Aisha Dilrubas, and but still she is an RNAW agent. And now let's see the what is the identity change as a personality change has been occurred. Here driving distance is same. The driving distance is 61. Here driving distance is 6100 kilometers. Here driving time is 61 hours. And here we can see uh, uh, here we can see the points to when we convert from 61 hours to 3600 seconds. Here the significant moments that here it becomes 219,600 seconds. Okay, and now when we can see the driving distance is 6100 kilometers and the driving time is almost 61 hours. That means the velocity is 100 kilometer per hours. Okay. Now here we can see the significant difference at the moment is that we here driving distances when Ajit Doval did not change his gender. Here his favorite car could contains the velocity of 61,000 kilometer per second. Uh, but when he changed his gender and became Aisha Dilruba, here her favorite car contains the velocity of 100 kilometer per hour. Now that where is 61,000 kilometer per second and where is 100 kilometer per hour, that is the significant change. That is here. That is here the significant change. Now the different when the during the gender change, well, here we can see the velocity favorability. The difference of velocity favoritism is 61 multiplied by 3600 times. And it is the now decreasing points at the directions. And here we can say why we are, that is the reason that why we are angry on the Khushboo Patani planning to research on gender chromosome. Because when Khushboo Patani is reading the Nettie Maria Stephens research about the gender chromosomes, hence that means that she is planning to change our RNAW agent Ajit Doval's genders. And here is the difference that when Ajit Doval's genders can be changed, and when he became women, her velocity favorism decreased 61 multiplied by 3600 times. Okay. And here, and it is the points we have mentioned, that significant moments. Well, and now here we can see, oh ma, uh, okay, now here where's the points is this, I can see the points. Okay, well, and now, and here we can see that is the significant points here, that's with the negative points. Here kinetic power of RNAW cars is of Aisha Dilruba is here 0.26 watts. Oh my god. Uh, well, here we can see. Uh, Now it is here. What is the points as the significance change is that's well, hmm, and here okay. Now here we can see now the significant moments as we can change. Well, now let's see. The kinetic powers of Asha Dilruba's RNAW car is 3.51 watts. On the other hand, here we can see the as accordance with the mentions. Okay. Well, here we kinetic powers of RNAW car of Ajit Doval is 37.21 billion megawatts. Okay. And now here we can see that when the distance driving distance is 61,000 kilometer hertz, here RNAW car is half of weight of RNAW car is 1,000 kilometers. Then here before I would discuss that before gender change, how kinetic power how, before gender change, how RNAW how Ajit Doval's kinetic power is 37.21 billion megawatts, and after gender change, here how Ajit Doval's kinetic power became 3.51 watts. Here I would mention. Okay. Now, when the calculations of kinetic powers, we know the kinetic powers of RNAW car is half of weight of RNAW car multiplied by driving distance square divided by driving time cube. Uh, Here we can see driving distance squares, and we can notify the and here driving distance between Kanyakumari and Tehran is 6100 kilometers, and the driving time is 1 second. Now we know the here some mathematical statement is 1 square is equal to 1 cube is equal to 1 to the power 7 is equal to 1 to the power triple all 6 decillion, and equal to 1 to the power bracket of triple six multiplied by 10 to the power triple six bracket. And because the here the value is 1, and in these points when the driving time is 1 second, here we can say the kinetic power is kinetic energy when the driving distance when the driving time is 1 second. And here the kinetic powers equation becomes P multiplied by half of weight of RNAW car multiplied by driving distance squares. And now the what is the driving distance? That means 6100 kilometers. And what is 6100 kilometers? That is 61 multiplied by 10 to the power 5. Okay. Now let's see what is the distance square. That is 61 square multiplied by 10 to the power 5 square. Now here we can see 10 to the power 5 square is 10 to the power 10, and on the other hand 61 square is 3721, and the multiplication between 10 to the power 3 and 10 to the power 10 is 10 to the power 13. Okay, hence before gender change, Ajit Doval's before gender change here Ajit Doval's car kinetic power is 37.21 billion megawatt. But I would tell you that what is the points after Ajit Doval gender change, and that is the exact points that Khushboo Patani research on gender chromosome. I mean Khushboo Patani study on Nettie Maria Stephens gender chromosome. Okay. Well, and here we can see the points here. And now let's see when Ajit Doval gender has been changed. Now here we can see the driving distance is same 6100 kilometers, but this time the driving time is 61 hours. Okay. Now 61, what is 61 hours? That is 219,600 seconds. Okay, half of weight of RNAW car is 1000 kilometers. Okay, and here we can say and here kinetic power is of female versions of Ajit Doval is 3.51 watts. Now let's see how we can calculate. Well, here distance is same 6100 kilometers, but this time the driving timing is just for a moment. Okay. Now this time is driving timing is 61 hours. That means 21. I mean 219,600 seconds. Okay. So what is that? That is 2000. I mean 2196 multiplied by 10 square seconds. Okay. Now here we can see, and here the driving timing time square is 2196 square. I mean timing time cube is 2196 cube multiplied by here 10 square cube. Well, and now here we can see 10. On the other hand, the driving distance square is 61 square multiplied by 10 to the power 5 square. Okay. Now 10 to the power 5 square is 10 to the power 10. On the other hand, 10 square cube is 10 to the power 6. The subtraction between 10 by 6 is 4. Okay. Now 10 cube, what is the multiplication between 10 cube and 10 to the power 4? That is 10 to the power 7. And here we can see, and the calculation is 10 to the power 7 multiplied by 3721 divided by 2196 cube. And what is the result? That is 3.51 watt. Okay. And now here is the points. We are discussing the second difference. The second difference is kinetic powers. When Ajit Doval did not change his genders, his favorite car velocity is 61,000 kilometers per second, and hence his kinetic power is 37.21 billion megawatts. But when he changed his gender, his favorite car velocity became 100 kilometer per hour. And as an effect, here we can see kinetic power of her car is 3.51 watts. Now, where is 37.21 billion megawatts and where is 3.51 watts? That is here significant difference in the negative directions. And here we can see, okay, now what is 61 hours? Well, a human driving period is 12 hours per day. And what is 61 hours? That means here 5 days, 1 hour. Okay. That means when Ajit Doval became Aisha Dilruba, she departed from Kanyakumari and she arrived to Tehran. But when she departed from Kanyakumari, that is January 12, January 12, 2026 at 6 o'clock. And when she would arrive Tehran, Iran, it would be January 17, 2026 at the morning 7 o'clock. And in the 5 days, 1 hour, here is a significant point that Iranian terrorist Ali Khamenei would escape from RNAW card of female versions of Ajit Doval, that means Aisha Dilruba. Huh. And it is the significant failure that when Ajit Doval changed his gender to, and when he became women, here Iranian terrorist uh, Ali Khamenei has a significant moments significant moments to escape from Iran, Tehran, to save his life from RNAW female agent. Okay, and now, okay, I would be off camera for 2 minutes, but I would say the points. But when Ajit Doval did not change his genders, when he departed Kanyakumari at morning 6 o'clock, he can arrive to Tehran in Iran in the same days at the morning 6 o'clock, 1 second pass. Now, here we can see the points. Where is 1 second timing and where is the 5 days, 1 hour's timings? That is the significant moments and it is the significant achievement for our Iranian terrorist Ali Khamenei. And here, okay, now here we can say, and it is the probably time that Iranian terrorist Ali Khamenei would have a nice times to for the nuclear research Earth and to attack the Kanyakumari of India. And here we can see, and then who can say that perhaps in these times Ali Khamenei would defeat our Ajit Doval female versions, that means Aisha Dilruba. But if Ajit Doval did not change his genders, then here with the kinetic power of 37.21 billion megawatt, Ajit Doval could defeat the Iranian terrorist Ali Khamenei easily, and probably Ajit Doval would arrest the Iranian terrorist Ali Khamenei and send Ali Khamenei to the Kanyakumari jail. I mean Kanyakumari prisons. Okay. Now let's see the significant third points. Okay. Now here we will see the significant third points is uh, okay here the battery capacity. Well, before gender change, Ali Khamenei's. I apologize. Before gender change, Ajit Doval's RNAW car was electric cars. Okay, here the battery capacity is almost 298 billion Faraday. And what is the mineral source here? His electric car battery has been charged. And here we can see the charging mineral is artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. Okay. And here we can see the battery charging points. Well, now let's see. The for battery charging necessity mineral weight is here 2.71 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 642 picograms. Okay. Now here we can see how can I research, how can I calculate of man Ajit Doval's RNAW curves, battery capacities and necessary mineral weight to charge the batteries. Okay. Now here we can see we know the points when the relation between electric energy and the and here car kinetic energies. What is our points? Okay. Here we know the points. The point here our point is the equation is car weight of the RNAW car multiplied by distance square equal to here battery capacitor multiplied by voltage square. Because of here kinetic energy is equal to electric energy and electric energy is half of capacitor multiplied by voltage square. Okay, now here we can see the when the kinetic and here the velocity is because here velocity of the car is 61,000 kilometer. I mean 6100 kilometer per second. Here driving distance is 6100 kilometers and the driving time is 1 second. And here and it is our achievement. Here battery capacitor is 298 billion farads because here the calculations we can get capacitor is equal to weight okay the capacitor is equal to here weight of car multiplied by bracket of distance square divided by voltage square bracket close. Okay, now here we can see our input of the car of weight of RNAW car is 2000 kilograms. Uh, and here the input of the distance driving distance is 61 multiplied by 10 to the power 5 meters and the voltage is 500 volt. And as an effect we can say the result is 298 billion farad. And here we can see when our car is the battery car, we have to charge from some mineral resource. And here our charging mineral resource is artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. Okay. And here necessary mineral weight we can say here Rp equal to kinetic power divided by engine capability multiplied by 15,408 that is I mean the specific heat of artificial solar arc reactor multiplied by temperature of artificial solar arc reactor. Okay, when we mention that our mineral is artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius, hence we know that what is that temperature of artificial solar arc reactor. And here we can see and our specific heat of artificial solar arc reactor is almost 15,408 joule per kilogram per Kelvin, and we know the capable engines, that is 98%. Hence, the battery mineral, the charging necessary mineral wealth is 3.71 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 642 picograms. Here is the points. But now the problem is when Khushboo Patani has been successful to change Ajit Doval's gender by studying the gender research gen, of gender chromosomes research by Nettie Stephens. Here, that is the significant difference, as we can say, the points, significant points. And here the significant points is the significant negative ways, as we can see. One, okay. Now here, women Ajit Doval's favorite cars contain a fuel that is petrol, and the latest cost of petrol is 0.21 United States dollars per 1 liters. Okay. And here we can see the necessary petrol expenditure is, where here money multiplied by 0.21 United States dollar per liter multiplied by here half of weight of RNAW car multiplied by distance square enter divided by time square bracket of time square multiplied by the density of petrols multiplied by engine capability multiplied by specific heat of petrol multiplied by the time difference, temperature difference of petrols. And here, that is the negative points. And here we can assure that, okay, now we can say half of weight multiplied by distance square is, well, 3721 multiplied by 10 to the power 13 watts. And it is the points. And here the time driving time square is 2196 square multiplied by almost 10 to the power 4. And here we can say the engine capability is 98%. And as we know, but here the petrol density is 0.778 kilogram per liters. Okay. Now here we can say half of weight of what? Here half of okay. Now the specific heat of petrols is 2 joule per kilogram per Kelvin, and that temperature distance, highest distance is 50 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now 10 to the power, now what is the division of 10 to the power 13 by 10 to the power 4? That is 10 to the power 9. Hence, the result is 0.21 United States dollar per liter multiplied by 3721 multiplied by 10 to the power 9 enter divided by bracket of 2196 square multiplied by 98 multiplied by 0.778. Okay. Now here we can see 0.21 United States dollars per liter multiplied by 10,123 liters. And here the result is 2126 United States dollars. Okay. Now here 126 United States dollars as a car uh, as not a big expenditure for petrol. But here is the point is this here that is only not a big deal, only accordance with United States dollars. But what about the Indian currencies? Well, that is here 1 United States dollars is nine, 90 rupees, Indian rupees. Hence, as the previous currency points, here the 0.21 United States dollars is almost, here we can see, 21 multiplied by 9 is 210 subtract by 21. Okay, now here we can say 189. That means here just a significant moments 18 Indian rupees per liters. And here there's a now let's check it. What is the significant points? And we can see. Okay, now here 21, 26 multiple by what? 90. Whoa, that is 191,340 Indian rupees. And it is the approximately 192 Indian rupees. I mean 192,000 Indian rupees. And that is the big deal for Indian currencies. That only for petrol expenditures. And the petrol consumption is a big deal, not only for United States CIA, but also here Indian RNAW. Here for the car with the empty half of weight of is 1000 kilograms. Here we can say 10,125 liters is the biggest deal as we can see the points. And here, and that is the huge number of liter of petrol is the difficult for RNAW cars. But on the other hand, here we can see when Ajit Doval did not change his genders, his car containing kinetic power is 37.21 billion megawatts. And here the battery charging capacity is 298 billion farads. And what is the points? The points is the here necessary charging minerals weight is 3.71 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 642 picograms. Now, where is 3.71 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 642 picograms, and where is 10,123 liters? Where is the capacity of 298 billion Faraday, and where is 10,123 liters of petrol? And here we can see that is the significant difference is the reason that why Khushboo Patani studies the Nettie Maria Stephens research on gender chromosome. Okay, now let's see. Here are any W points at the moments, and that is the significant. Here we can see the points, but here if that was the only points, here that was okay. But now here we can see uh, when the assignment arrival is Moscow, Russia, that is the significant points. The driving distance is 10,600 kilometers. Okay. Before the gender change, Ajit Doval, before gender change, Ajit Doval could drive the distances in 1 second. And here we can say after gender change, women Ajit Doval could drive the distance in 212 hours. Okay. Now, before gender change, here Canada, Ajit Doval's RNAW car containing kinetic power is almost 112.36 billion megawatts. And after gender change, Aisha Dilruba RNAW car containing kinetic power is 0.26 watt. Okay. Now here is the battery before gender change. Here Ajit Doval's car was electric cars, and after gender change, Ajit Doval's car became the petrol car. Okay. And before gender change, Ajit Doval car can be charged by artificial solar arc reactor with a temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. And after gender change, car contains only petrol pumping. Here is the points, and that is the significant points as how the Nettie Maria Stephens has been studied by Khushboo Patani. Okay, and here we can see, and that is here significant points we can and share. Khushboo Patani's contains the significant difference at the moment. She is studies Nettie Maria Stephens the points. And here we can see when the arrival is Moscow, Russia. Here, how can we calculate man Ajit Doval's uh, kinetic powers? Okay. Here, man Ajit Doval's velocity is 10,600 kilometer per second. Because here we can hear the points. Here I, I prefer you that don't trust me. Okay, prefer you don't trust me. I can lie. Okay. Moscow, Russia's. Here we can see. And here the direct distance between Kanyakumari and Moscow, Russia is almost 9,065 kilometers. And in the another points, hence we have calculate the 1,600. Okay. Here we can see the big deals as the moments. Okay. Now here we can see that is our significant moments as we can notify one, and here you can see well, now here I am changing the points is here. Now 10 to the power 4 kilometers, and I hope that would be the weight would be kilograms. Okay, now here we can see uh, 10 to the power 4 multiplied by 10 cube is 10 to the power 7. Okay, and now here 10 to the power 7 squares is 10 to the power 14, 10 to the power 14 multiplied by 10 to the power 3 is almost 10 to the power 17. That means here 100 billion megawatts. Okay. Now here is the significant moments as we can see. Okay. Now let's see the points is here we can mention. But what about after gender change as women Ajit Doval's points? Okay. Okay, here we can see the significant moments as we can see the points is 10 to the power 4. Distance is 10 to the power 4. And here we can see that is 200 hours. Okay. Now what is 200 hours? That means 2 hours is 7200 seconds, and 200 hours is 72 multiplied by 10 to the power 4 seconds. Okay. And here we can notify is the moments. Here we can see the notifications of the points is the significant moments, that is 10 to the power 7, and here we can notifications at this points 72 E4. Okay. Now here we can see now here we can see the female points. 4 multiplied by 3 is 12, 7 multiplied by 2 is 14. The subtraction from 14 by 12 is 2. 10 to the 10 cube multiplied by 10 to the 10 square is 10 to the power 5. And what about the moments? Their significance here we can see 1, 2, 2, 1, and here we can notifications at the 72. Well, and here as we can see the significant calculations can create problems for me, but it's okay for to notify that is 100,000 divided by 72 cube, and that is here 0.26 watt. Okay, here we can see 0.26 watts. Okay, now here we can see the points That is the notification is when Ajit Doval did not change gender. His RNAW car contains the velocity of well 10,000 kilometer per 1 seconds. But when Ajit Doval did change his genders, driving velocity is almost 50 kilometer per hours. Okay, and as an effect, when Ajit Doval did not change his genders, the kinetic powers is of RNAW car is 100 billion megawatts. But after gender change, Ajit Doval alias Aisha Dilruba contains RNAW cars is 0.26 watts. And now here I can mention that how I can calculate the points. Well, here you can see that I have calculated the kinetic powers, and here I have mentioned that when a man loves the high speed car, the high speed can be the 3000 kilometer per second, 6000 kilometer per second, and 9000 kilometer per second, even 10,000 kilometer per second. And here I am discussing about the man agent of RNAW. Okay, but when the point is the women agent of RNAW, women RNAW agent loves the car with the speed of 25 kilometer per hours and 50 kilometer per hour and 100 kilometer per hours. Okay, in the points, the women RNAW agents hits the car with the velocity of 200 kilometer per hour. And well, and when RNAW women agent would see her car velocity is 10,000 kilometer per second, the women RNAW agent would just like vomiting at the points. Uh, and it is the significant moments RNA why we disrespect women RNAW agents. And that is the point that why Khushboo Patani was researching on Nettie Maria Stephens' research on gender chromosome. Because we know that Nettie Maria Stephens' research gender on gender chromosomes. Here her purpose is that how we can change the man's genders to women genders, and how Nettie Maria Stevens remove the mankind from the humankind of the world. And here is one gender, and according with Nettie Maria Stevens, here we would be only one gender of humankind, that is womankind, women. That is the purpose of Nettie Maria Stephens. And here, that is the point that why Khushboo Patani research on the gender. That is the reason that why Khushboo Patani is starting on the gender chromosome research of Nettie Maria Stephens in lieu of Thomas Hunt Morgan's. And here we can see the points. That is the significant moments we can see it because Thomas Hunt Morgan's research on gender chromosomes, the effect is RNAW agent Ajit Doval contains only son Hans because here we can see accordance with gender chromosomes XY gender is man and double X gender is women. When a man releases Y sperm to women's X ovum, son can be born. And that is the point. Okay. Now Khushboo Patani's research is that how we can change Ajit Doval's gender into women. They here is the results that Khushboo Patani is studying the Nettie Maria Stevens research on gender chromosomes. And here is the results we can assume it. Okay. And now let's see the significant points at the moments. Okay, now here 1 hour has been the case. Okay, now here we can see. Now let's see the charging points. Okay. Now the battery capacity is here we can see the points. It is now let's see 2E3. Okay. Now and here we can see 1E7. Okay. And here that's the significant moments, never mind. And here we can see 2E3. Now here 2E3. 1E14. 14. And here now here we can see the points 2, 5, E4. Okay. Now let's see at the moments. That is the significant points. Now now here we can see what is the division of 10 to the power 14 by 10 to the power 4, that is 10 to the power 10. Okay. Now here we can see what is 200 divided by 25, that is 8. And here is 25. Here we can see 25. 2000 divided by 25 is 80. Now 80 multiplied by 10 to the power 10 is what? 800 billion Faradays. Okay. Now it is the points of 800 billion Faradays as the moments. Okay. Now here we can see control trees. And here that we can see the points. Okay. Now here, well, okay. Now here it is the significant notifiers. Well, now we can see here charging points is and 100 billion megawatt is 10 to, well, here we can see the notifications 1E17. And here the significant points as the here I can calculate is necessary mineral weights at the moments here 1E17 divided by bracket of 98% uh, multiplied by 15,408 multiplied by here we can see triple six multiplied by 10 to the power triple six degrees Celsius. Okay, that is 9.94 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 657 kilograms. Okay. Now, what is the division or what is subtraction of 57 by 15? That is 42. Okay. And here we can see now here is 2. Well, here is 9. And here we can see 95. Okay. Now here we can see the points. And let's see it is the calculations of the points that when Ajit Doval did not change his genders. Here, battery capacity is almost 800 billion farads because RNAW car is electric cars with the velocity of 10,000 kilometer per seconds. Here V is equal to S because of the driving distance is 1 second here. And we can see at a and here that is the points and what is the charging mineral? Charging mineral is artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. And here the necessary mineral weight is charging mineral weight is 9.95 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 642 picograms. But what if we can change Ajit Doal genders? And here is the significant moments that we can see. The fuel is petrol, and hence women versions of Ajit Doal's the Aisha's Dilruba RNAW cars containing the fuel is petrol and the petrol cost is 0.21 United States dollars per 1 liters. Okay. And here we can mention that, okay, here man RNAW car kinetic powers, here I would see mention it. And here we can see that is women driving time is 72 multiplied by 10 to the power 4. Here 72 squares, here we can see 10, 10 to the power 4 squares hertz. What is 10 to the power 4? That is 10 to the power 10. that is 10 to the power 8. Okay, the subtraction between 17 by 8 is 9. Okay, now here we can mention its. Now here we would see that is the moments, and here we can see the calculations. Okay, now here let's see what about the calculations. 1 e 9, oh, 1 e 9, okay, divided by 72 square, multiple by 98 multiple by 0.778. It is dominators. It is nominators. And now let's see, that is still here, and 2531 liters of petrols. That is, here we can see 532 United States dollars. Okay. And here we can see the points. The when Ajit Doval did his tenders, her RNAW car is petrol car, and the necessary petrol expenditure is 532 United States dollars, because uh, here petrol volume is 2531 liters. But when here we can see Ajit Doval did not change his genders. You can see necessary charging mineral weight is 9.95 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 642 picogram, because the charging mineral is artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius, and the battery capacity is 800 billion Faraday. Okay. Now, as the difference, I can say the answers. The answers we can say, where is 9.95 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 642 picograms artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius, and where is 2531 liter petrols? Where is the battery capacity of 800 billion Faraday, and where is 2531 liter petrols? Here we can see the significant difference, as we can see. And what is the cause? Well, man Ajit Doval velocity is 10,000 kilometer per second, where women Ajit Doval's contains women versions of Ajit Doval contains 50 kilometer per hours. Okay. And here we can see that is the points. Okay. Now let's see what is 200 hours. Here 24 multiplied by 4 is 96. 24 multiplied by 8 is 192. It's simple. And now, what is the meaning of 200 hours? That means as a, here we can see the driving distances. Driving period, according to the driving period of 12 hours per day, 12 multiplied by 8 is 96. That means here, say 16 days, 8 hours. Okay. Now here we can see when women Ajit Doval would depart Kanyakumari, Tamil Nadu of India at the morning 6 o'clock. What is the point? Morning 6 o'clock. Date is January 12, 2026. She would arrive Moscow, Russia, the capital city of Russia, to eliminate Iranian terrorist Ali Khamenei at what 20 January 28, 2026 at almost uh, afternoon 2 o'clock. Okay. And in this 16 days, 8 hours, well, our honorable Iranian terrorist Ali Khamenei has been prepared to attack uh, Kanyakumari with the velocity of 10,000 kilometers per minute in the help of Russian President Vladimir Putin. When that would be occurs, and here is the significant moment, the points. But if we contains man Ajit Doval, well, his departure time is January 12, 2026 at morning 6 o'clock. He would arrive Moscow, the capital city of Russia, at the January 12, 2026 at morning 6 o'clock, 1 second past. And here is the points that what is the going on for here, and that is the achievement for Ajit Doval, and there is no man Ajit Doval, and here is no preparations for here is no preparation for Iranian terrorist Ali Khamenei in Moscow, Russia. And that is the achievement, that is the points that why Khushboo Patani studies the gender chromosome that was researched by women scientist Nettie Maria Stephens. And here we can see the points. And here are the significant moments that I am scared of Khushboo Patani's plan. And now, I mean, it is 4 hours, 4 months earlier that we were roasting Khushboo Patani in the topic of the living relation statement by Anirudh Acharya. But here, Khushboo Patani's statement was that Anirudh Acharya's disciples did not want to protect their daughters, their wives, their sisters. Hence, Anirudh Acharya's disciples is numbered accordance with Khushboo Patani's. And here, 4 months earlier, Khushboo Patani's means was like all the numbers. And here we and it is the points. And now, 4 months later, today's live stream, we are containing the points that why Khushboo Patani is planning to change Ajit Doval's gender. Hence, that the enemy of India, Iranian terrorist Ali Khamenei, Iranian terrorist Ali Khamenei, can be prepared to attack the Kanyakumari, the Tamil Nadu of India. And that is the significant negative points as we can notify. And I believe that Khushboo Patani's disciples are sisters of the disciple of Anirudh Acharya. Khushboo Patani's disciples are daughters of the disciple of Anirudh Acharya. And hence here I guarantee that Khushboo Patani's women disciples are planning to change the gender of Ajit Doval. Here is the probable reasons that why Khushboo Patani's women's disciples are studying the Nettie Maria Stevens research on gender chromosomes, because when a women scientist can research on gender chromosomes, that means that is the significant points that can be dangerous for our national movements and the national sovereignty of India. And here we can say, and here the significant moments that we are scared. And the next plan of Khushboo Patani on the research of gender chromosome, I would be scared, and I would like to show you that in the research, in the study on the research of gender chromosomes, here we can say I would going to study and on the next live stream that who was the significant persons in United States of America can be the target of Khushboo Patani in the purpose of gender change. See you then. Khodafez. Love you. Anyway.